Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all are having a great day so far. So today we are going to be going over replacing the fuse on this Cadillac XT5. This is a 2018 year. And this fuse, in comparison to other used vehicles I purchased, accessing the fuse for this particular vehicle is a little bit tricky. So we are going to go in the back of this panel. There is going to be a small internal fuse box, and I will point out exactly the fuse which we need to replace. We're going to go ahead and replace it, and from there your accessory slot should be working as long as there's nothing else wrong with it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So moving along, the tools I'm going to be using for this job are this 7mm socket and a pair of vice grips to pull the fuse out. I have a screwdriver here. You're probably not going to need it, but I suppose it's always good to have a screwdriver. Probably not going to need it though. Moving down to here, we can see that there is a small plastic door here, where if you basically take your fingernail over to this side, you should be able to pluck it right out, and we can already see how the fuse box is behind there. However, there is this screw which we are going to be removing. And to remove it, we can go ahead and take our 7mm tool and go ahead and loosen it up. So let's tighten, set it to loose. Okay, and after you have loosened it enough, sometimes it's stubborn. There we go. You could remove it with your hands. And now that that is removed, this entire piece will come forward away from this area. And let's go ahead and move on to the next step from there. So I have removed the floor mat as well as moving the seat further back just to get enough space, because this panel is going to need to be pulled backward, and we are not going to be able to remove this entire panel because it stretches all the way back to here, and also this panel is clipped over it. So what we are going to be attempting to do here is bend this panel back just enough so that we are able to go inside and take a look at the fuse box. So now that we have pulled this piece backwards just a little bit, we can see where the fuse box is located. It's going to be right here, and it is quite mobile. If we could see, we can move it with our fingers here. And down there in the bottom corner, we could see fuse F42, and that is a 15 amp fuse. That fuse, in accordance to the diagram, is going to be the accessory lighter fuse, which we would need to replace. So once again, that fuse is located right down there at the top, that 15 amp fuse. Let's go ahead and get our needle nose pliers and pull that one out and take a look. So here is fuse F42, and as we can see, it is very heavily burned and probably broken as well. Yeah, we can see that it's broken right there. So let's go ahead and get a 15 amp fuse and go ahead and put it back in place and replace it. So now the 15 amp fuse has been replaced. I basically took a pair of needle nose pliers holding that fuse and using my other hand to sort of pull this towards me, not too hard, but just enough so that I was able to maneuver that fuse into that top slot right there. And now we can go ahead and close this back up and test the accessory lighter for power. So now that I have closed all that up and just pushed this piece of trim back to where it needs to be, we can go ahead and test this accessory slot. Right here, I have plugged in this portable tire inflator kit that you could get at Walmart. And I set the car to the run position. So let's see if we can get some power. And now the cigarette lighter works. So it's a pretty simple job, so long as there is nothing else wrong with it. It's just in sort of a compromised place to reach. However, once you get down there, you just need to pull that panel a little bit towards you to have full accessibility toward getting that fuse. And it is fuse F42, I believe, and it's a 15-amp fuse. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and post those in the comments. And thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Take care.